How was life before joining, and how is it now in
Oh,
comparison?
the funniest part is like, if you asked me that 6 months ago about my life before, I'd have been like, it's perfect, mate. It's absolutely perfect. And even like from the first call with you, when I'd done it, leaving the first call, I was I think I've just point blank lied about things in my life. The denial I was in was unreal. My life before was a shambles. It was chaos. It was absolute. Aye, the only way to describe it was chaos. Like I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I couldn't, probably half the time couldn't even tell you what day of the week it was, what I'd had to eat the day before. It was an absolute mess. Now I've got more control over my life. Like I'm able to plan everything. And I think being happier within myself makes more positive choices kind of with my day-to-day life. And I'm able to control that kind of roller coaster and kind of ride it rather than just let it crash through me.
And how has it changed in terms of like physically?
Like tenfold. Like I was walking up the stairs. I would walk up one flight of stairs and I would be dripping with sweat and panting, and I'd be literally having to catch my breath for about half an hour. But now I'm straight into work up the 3 flights of stairs. It's 54 steps a day I climb to get to my work. And I'm there and you wouldn't even think, you'd think I got in a lift. In terms of like the gym, I'm going in and I'm putting in the workout and I'm making sure I struggle so that I get better rather than just like going on. I used to just go on the treadmill and just watch everybody and think that was exercise.
So what's different now? What do you
You
do now? What do you actually do now?
know, I go in, I barely look at that treadmill unless I'm running. I go straight into the free weight. Well, I do all my like stretch and all that, but I go straight into the free weight bit and I'm like, hello, everybody, I'm here. And I just pump some iron until I'm dead, pretty much.
What has been your biggest win so far?
Just being happy, I think. I can't even describe like going into this, I never expected to be where I am today. Like, not gonna lie, like I came into this kind of like, oh, I'll lose a couple of stone and everything will be better because I've lost weight and I'll be losing weight will be what will make me happy, if you know what I mean. And but it's like completely changed. It's actually now like I am happy, so I can do this rather than I'll be happy when I'm thin. It's more I've got control over my life. I'm happy within myself. I've got all the confidence. I've got all the skills that I can need to do it. So now I can achieve what I need to do to lose weight. Whereas before I put everything on losing weight.
Funny thing about that is you never lost the weight before, did you?
No.
Now that you've took the focus off it, how much weight have you lost?
I think I'm at 14.5 kilograms now.
And you've also tried a Muay Thai class. Tell me about that.
Oh, that was the best thing ever. So I started that because I thought it's a charity called We Are Martial Arts kind of in Falkirk, and I started it thinking, do you know what? What's the worst that could happen? And which is something that before I'd be like, oh no. Whereas now it's like, actually, what bad could come of this? And if I can't think of a reason, I'll just do it. So I went on the Friday with my Auntie Karen, and the woman was like, oh, you've got a lot of aggression behind you. You'd be good at this.
Are you going
And
to go back?
I am going back on Friday. I've booked him for Friday. I just loved it because I went into my own wee zone. I think the adrenaline rush that it gave me as well just made me feel so much better. So I was like, I'll be back.
Do you think you would have ever got to this point if you kept going alone?
To be honest, I have tried it not alone before. Like I've had PTs in the past, but to be brutally honest, the difference is up until now, I'd never met anybody that didn't take my shite. I've only had one PT in the past, but again, she was like weight loss focused. Like, no offense to her, because that was her job. She was weight loss focused and it was all about losing weight. But nobody's ever actually went, look, Beth, your life's a fucking mess and you need to sort that out right now or not, it's going to happen. Everybody just went, I'll be fine. Just keep exercising. You're clearly not eating right. You're clearly not exercising enough. That's why you're not losing weight. But nobody actually sits you down and goes, you need to sort your fucking shit out. Whereas that's what you done. You put it right in front of me on a piece of paper, was like, look at the state of your life. It's not just weight loss that you need. It's this, and this, and you need to do it now.
Do you think you would have ever achieved like what you have if you had just stayed with a face-to-face PT or going to classes or any of these other things?
Nah, because I wouldn't have dealt with the mental things. I would have just kept of the mentality when I lose weight, everything will be all right. And I
Yeah.
would have been stuck in that cycle of I'm not losing weight, so I'll still eat. I feel guilty about that, so I'll eat shite again. Then I feel guilty about eating shite, so I'll keep eating shite. I'd be stuck in that cycle. There's too many people stuck out there they are just on the weight loss part of it. You'll be fine. Just lose the weight and everything will be all right. You do this, this, and this. Like all the TikTok trends and all that, where it's like, if you eat this, then you'll be this skinny and it's just not real. And that's what you get stuck in. And you need
Absolutely.
people to go, actually, you need to sort yourself out before you sort that out.
What is it about the academy that you found actually works so well for you?
Like that, again, like honestly, see you not any excuse I gave you in the past, you're like, right, and right, and like, how's that stopping you from doing this? So then that gets you thinking, actually, well, how is that stopping me from doing this? If he thinks I could do it, why do I think I can? And then having like this group of people that are also, not only are they in the same place as you physically, but they're also there mentally in the same place as you. And they like that helps you get through it quite a lot, knowing that the other people aren't super, like they might be super fit or they're at the end of their journey, but they're still where you were mentally as well as physically. And they've got there.
The mindset side of things, like, have you found that useful?
Yeah, at that course, at the very beginning was funny because being a mental health nurse, I was like, oh, it'll just be another CBT course. Like I've seen them all before, I do them with people all the time. But then actually physically doing it, and then for the first couple of weeks, I was like, oh, I feel attacked. I feel personally attacked because this is brutal. Like it totally makes you realise, oh my God, what have I been doing all this time? But it does 100% help you go, actually, I need to change the way I'm thinking because the way I'm thinking ain't helping me.
What would you say to someone who was thinking of joining?
Do it 100%. Like, there's no even point in thinking about it because it changes your life. I don't even know where I would be if I hadn't joined 6 months ago because I was on the way down to rock bottom. And if I kept going, I actually don't know where I would be right now. If I allowed myself to fester like I have before, I actually physically don't know where I would be.
Would you say overall it has been good value for money then?
100%. I don't even like, honestly, and I've said it before, I don't actually think you could put a price on how you've changed me. Being good mental health and being mentally capable of doing the things and your mental well-being is totally priceless. And I've tried everything under the sun. Like I've seen CPNs myself and been on medication, and nothing has helped the way like this group has helped me.
If I was to say to you, right, I've got a check, 10 grand, but you have to go back to the start and you have to stay there and you can never do what we've done, would you take the 10 grand?
Nah, keep it.
20?
Nah,
How much would it have to be?
none of the above because money ain't buying what I'm like now, to be fair. 100%. See, before I'd have been like £10, mate, and I'm happy.
What would you say to someone who thinks online training won't work for them?
Online training's only not going to work if you don't let it work. This whole face to face, it needs to be face to face, is just, it's a total myth because what they're telling you face to face, they're still not forcing you to do it. Like, you're not going to achieve what you don't want to achieve. If you're saying, but I'm better with somebody face to face, it's like, but what are they doing differently? Because they're not literally forcing you to do something either. The effort that you put in is literally making sure everybody on this group is doing what they can to achieve. Like, you might be online, but you're like present almost 24/7.
I've never held your hand. I've never walked you into the gym. I've never forced you to be there. Why do
Yeah,
you think it has changed?
because you gave me the tools to change my mindset. Like that mindset course alone just totally changed my way of thinking. And I literally faked it till I made it. I'm not going to get confident until I be confident. At the very beginning, I was still like, when the first time I went into the gym and asked a man, can you help me get that down? I was absolutely shit myself, but I forced myself to do it because what stuck with me through the mindset course is you're not going to get change unless you make change. If nobody's there, so nobody's going to change it for you, so you're going to have to change it yourself.
Do you think you'll ever stop and go backwards at this point?
Nah. I've still got a face, like, I still go to Sophie. I go to Sophie, who's a PT, once a week face to face still, purely to make sure that I'm pushing myself at least one day a week to the most that I can. And like she has her benefits, she's great. She makes sure I'm exercising like really hard. She makes sure my form's right as well. Just helping me with my weightlifting, like making sure that's 100% and it's safe. And she has her role there, but it's to me that's to again, it's part of that mindset change, and that's to make sure I'm always pushing myself. So I've put because of all that mindset change, I've put all these things in place to make sure that I'll never go back.
Sometimes people think, oh, I can't do online and do a class and have a PT or, go to Muay Thai or whatever it is. Do you think this fits well together to do that stuff and to be online?
Having this online has allowed me to do even more than just having a PT. Because when I had just the physical face-to-face PT, I'd go, right, I'll see you 2 days a week. And then that would be it. I'd be like, right, I've worked hard enough with her. Whereas having this is so I'm available for the Monday training that we do, or the Wednesday check-in. But other than that, I'm so there's all my exercises there. There's what I'm doing. So I can book into this class, I can book into that class, and I can do a PT once a week, and then I can go to Muay Thai on a Friday. So it's allowed me to plan and put everything in to make sure that I'm constantly doing something. So the combination of it all is what's kept me kind of structured.
If you could now sum up the Academy in one line, what would you say? How would you describe it?
Do you know what? It's a change your life boot camp. That's what it is. You can't even put it into just physical health completely. It's a change your life boot camp.